I'm going to say something longer than a post, more than I want to type. Watching what's going on in all of these cities across our country breaks my heart. What happened to that man was cold-blooded murder. Those corrupt cops, they need to be held accountable. Our judicial system needs to make an example of them and make other law enforcement fear using their position for power and control. Everyone wants to focus on racism being the root of what's going on. If we just look at that, we're not going to fix the problem, because the problem is our government, our judicial system, our media is playing against us, and we're playing right into it. We're allowing these labels that they use to categorize us to play on our emotions. If you're a Trump supporter, you have to have fear for that. If you're transgender, you have to fear that. If you're Christian, you have to fear, anti-Christians. If you're anti-Christian, you have to fear Christians. If you're white, black, you're pegged against each other. These are all labels that are used to peg us against each other, put us on one side opposing another. And until we erase all the labels across the board, the problem's not going to get fixed. The problem isn't racism, it's prejudice. We're prejudiced against anybody different. Anybody that's different from somebody else. It's the ignorance, the fear, the hate. That's the root of it. The racism, the white privilege, and this, that, and the other, that's a symptom of the main virus. The main virus are the people up above us making the power moves, keeping us distracted, playing into our emotions. We've got to be smarter than this, guys. We're hurting our economy. We're hurting small businesses. We're setting things on fire. It's not fair to anybody, and that's not a way to have your voice be heard. You're gathering all of these numbers, protesting a great cause. Yes, there needs to be a change made. These cops that use their job to control and fear and have power over people, there needs to be harsher consequences. They need to be set example of. There needs to be more investigations, more checks and balances. Let's look at that. Let's stop fighting each other and setting people's businesses on fire, killing each other over what? Really, it's not us that we're fighting with. We're fighting with the man, right? Let's take it to the government officials. Let's let our voices be heard collectively there. Let an actual change be made. Do you think this is going to make a change for a better? No, it's going to spark more fear, more hate, more hatred. Now you're pegged more against each other. Now, it's the black cop, the white cop against the black man, and da-da-da-da-da. It's a corrupt cop against an innocent man, and it happens across the board. The autistic boy that was murdered in the theater because he wanted to see the movie again. He was killed on the movie theater floor. Why? Because of ignorance, hatred, impatience. And until that changes and the labels are removed, history is going to keep repeating itself. Stop playing into their hands and use your head.